We are recording right now.
All right. By the way, I'm sorry I might not be in the most cheerful spirit today.
Sure.
But let's see. So we now have persistent storage that I hope it's kind of working.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna cross
not
these down, but
really.
I don't have.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't do the
But
schema, but the tables are working both the
by the way,
logical and the
if you
data.
do, if you do Control C, can you? Yeah, do it again. You see, it updates the number
Yeah, that's
there.
cool.
Okay, so we kinda have a query language set up, so we can easily extend it. But well, we're not gonna cross it. I mean, we still need to do more stuff, right?
We need to learn how to do a
Um,
server.
yeah. So I think what we need to do to interact, it can be either a server, which I think is cooler, or we can do a how can I say, or we can do some sort of like what I'm trying to say is we need to define a protocol, right, to communicate with the database. I'm not saying doing one protocol like Postgres. Can you go to Postgres? I'll send you the link.
I have the link. So Postgres,
Postgres protocol. Let me see.
front end back end protocol. Is that what you mean?
No, that's no. It's another one. I think it's this. Let me see. Yes, this. So click on this link here. I promise it's not some weird link. Well, maybe it is. It's Postgres.
This section
Um,
describes the detailed format of each message. Each is marked to indicate.
yeah. So let me explain. Can you zoom? By the way, so Postgres works like this. When you connect to it the first time, it's gonna try to authenticate, and you need to send a format in a specific way. So each format is basically socket communication, right? So you need to communicate with it via sockets on a Postgres server, and then you send like a request. The first request to initiate, you send a byte array number, like an int64 of the entire size of the payload. Then you send the database you want to connect to, the host. You see all this stuff. I think the host you can skip because you're already connecting to the socket, right? So anyway, this sort of stuff, that's what you send to initiate. And then Postgres will reply with another socket with one of these. You see this byte one,
Yeah.
these letters. Those are the. This is like a 1 byte that represents one ASCII character. So there is like R, there is L, there is D, there is Q, there is everything, Z. So all this means that okay, this is this specific message. So I'm trying right now. So scroll down. There's a lot, man. Go down. You see,
Yeah,
like
I'm kind of.
authentication V5.
But isn't this type of stuff for like security
Yeah,
matters?
keep going. Not only that, search for query. I think it's the Z. No, it's uh, Q. Type Q. That's to dispatch a query. Like quotes. Search for quotes. Otherwise, you're gonna find it in all the code, right? Yeah. So F. So query blah blah, and then you pass Q, then an int64, then a string containing the query, and then it replies Z if it is ready to accept the query. You see, so it's all like this. So this is the Postgres implementation of their protocol.
Why they need to
Uh,
say the length though? Can't they just read the first byte and then oh everything else is the query?
man, like, and you gotta think that people did this back in like 80 something. So they were using like C or assembly to connect to Postgres. So if they like, even if they could derive the thing from like counting the bytes or doing something else, it's much easier just to have the value.
I believe
So
this is the proper way to do it. Like you don't actually you are always aware of what you are reading per se.
and by the way, it's messy because if you read the wrong number of bytes, you can read. It's a socket, right? So you can push as many things as you want there on write, and then on the read side, if you misread something, like you miscalculated something, you read 1 byte less, then
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna write, then you're gonna read everything wrong because you messed up, right? So it's really crucial to have the
Oh
number
yeah, if you do
correct.
the math wrong, you're completely done.
So yeah, this is the kind of problem. Like search for K, like instead of Q.
I have another question. How does the front end knows which type of message are you sending?
How the front end knows which type of message we are receiving? The back end is sending. You mean
No, wait. Like, let's maybe I'm getting things wrong. The thing
both
that you
sides?
interact in the terminal,
Uh
like
huh.
when you connect to Postgres, I'm calling that the front end.
Yeah, the
So
client,
when
the REPL. You mean?
yeah, the REPL, yes. So when you do a select, like a
Mhm.
query, you don't actually put Q there. You just put select
No,
whatever.
yeah, because that is just the protocol. That's what I'm saying. Like
No, no,
there are
no. I
two.
understand that's the protocol, but how do you know how does the front end use regex to figure out which message you sent in the REPL or something like that?
Which message you sent on the REPL?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
let me see one example. Let's suppose that I am connected to Postgres right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a REPL that I'm connected to a database. Let's suppose that I want to know all the data from car, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
where year is greater than 2000, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna press enter on that, and then the front end, which is the REPL, is gonna connect via a socket to the server, and the server will grab that query, will do some
Uh,
stuff, and
I
send the data back.
I think that's an assumption that it's not the case of what it does on the REPL because the protocol is just for socket communication. On that case, you're already connected with the.
No,
Uh,
no, I understood
Maybe
that
it's
what you
also.
explained is a
Actually never
protocol.
mind. I think it's also connecting via the protocol from the REPL because the REPL is a local client. Yeah, never mind. So go on.
Yeah, but I understand that what you explain is a protocol, which means that, oh, this is a thing between the sockets, right? So this is a thing that is going to happen between exchanging messages via the network. That's fine. What I'm asking is, I don't actually put, when I'm doing my query, I don't put Q, you know?
Yeah, that's the job of the protocol. That's the job. Sorry, that's the job of the REPL. It
Yeah, the
knows that
REPL needs
you
to
can only type
identify
two things.
what this is and then construct
Yeah,
the
but
payload, right?
that's the gotcha. There is nothing to identify. It's always a query or a Postgres command.
Wait, say the beginning of that sentence again.
They agree that the only thing that's not true, by the way. But the only thing you type on a REPL is SQL,
Yeah.
so it's always Q. That's what I'm saying. That's a lie because you can type a slash z, for example, and set some envars for your REPL. But
Oh, I
that's
didn't
like
know that.
bypassing the. Yeah, you can change like how the layout of the tables and things like how it displays. Set Postgres variables, like you can do that. But
Yeah.
like you just use the REPL. Forgetting about that, right? You just use the REPL to send SQL, so you always know that it's just Q.
What would
So
be another thing aside from setting environment variables locally to your REPL? What would be another thing that you would want to be able to do?
on the REPL,
Yeah,
none.
none,
Because you
right?
fire the yeah none because you fire the REPL already connected, so you don't need to. So the REPL would have to implement the protocol, but it would already assume that these things are like static, right? So it
Yeah,
doesn't need to. You do it manually.
yeah.
Um,
So how does that
and
work? Are
then
we planning to have a REPL and having this thing as
so
a library to connect and do like other stuff?
so I think it's cool and all to have a protocol defined, but I think it's just so much in self-induced pain that it's not worth. Uh, you got it right. I don't think it's worth the hassle. So what do I think it's more viable right now? To just make a random socket, like make Racket open a socket. That's what I did with .NET, by the way. Just make a random server that keeps listening in a random socket, like localhost with some port, and then we expect to always read a like unprotected socket. Who cares? And then we expect to read a magetaql command, and then it just parses, calls the parser, runs everything, and then composes an AST and runs the stuff, and that's it, and gives some result back in bytes.
Wait,
So,
what do you mean by give some results back in bytes? Because if I do a
well, it's a
create,
socket.
for instance,
It's a
right?
socket.
No, yeah, it's a socket, but if I do a create of a relation and then
Mhm.
the server receives that, it parses that, it does a relation, it saves on the schema, what the heck is going to return to us? The table?
Well, nothing. Yeah, nothing. Yeah,
No?
that's our choice, but nothing in this case. I don't think you need to return anything. Just
Okay.
like a ACK saying, okay, succeeded.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
an error, or in the case of a projection, you return the table serialized, with the
Mhm.
on Postgres it's kind of weird because it returns first the headers and then it returns the tuples.
Mm.
So that's supposed for you to construct right first the recipient and then you accept the types, the values
Before we
inside.
do that, I should actually show you how I did. I forgot to mention that. Sorry to bring that out of nowhere. So this is actually the case in which it matters. So this is going to be the name of the relation because this is an identifier, and then I need to create a new table, right? Which is kind of like weird way to do an ST, but that's okay. So I created this function, which I consider to be. It was fun to make this. So this is going to receive the list of attributes, and then the attributes is doing fine, right? Because it's always going to be like an identifier and a type. And a type can
Mm-hmm.
be a string or an integer right now, which is okay. Then I want to show that function. So this is that function. So create relation fields. It expects the like quote unquote raw data. So it's basically a list of pairs in which basically each pair is two tokens or something along those lines, and then I am deserializing that. So I define a function that does for one of them, in which it receives the data, and it needs to receive a number. Why? Because we need to have the position to make the field. The field needs to know its own position. And I did the convention that this is going to be the 0 and this is going to be the 1 and so on and so forth. So
Okay.
so this function, this inner function here, basically it does a bunch of cars and cadars and then creates a field with the name of that field because I'm going to use that to create the
Then I think we should build the records and use them instead to compose the AST instead of doing these cadres all the time.
that works. That works. It's just because it's easier because we use cons to bind things together all the time.
Yeah, but
So
when it starts to like be like a list of three values, then it starts to get kind of cringe.
no, but that's the thing. That's the thing. That doesn't matter because if it's let's suppose that this was three things. So let's suppose that there's a c called c integer here. So that wouldn't matter because the only thing that this thing is assuming, the only thing that this function assumes is that the field to convert is composed out of a name and a type. This is the only thing that it does. Um, yeah, this is the only thing that it does. The only drawback with that approach that I had to do is because I don't know if you remember, but when we were doing the type, the string can vary, right? Because the string can be any amount of bytes. But before we were putting null here, right? Because the integer we know it is always going to be 4. But then we then identified a trade-off because if you put null here and you want to be able to make the parser know the parser aware that oh integer is obvious we can figure out by ourselves, we're going to have to check that in here. You're going to have to check somewhere in the process that oh that is an integer, which means that the byte size is 4, otherwise it's going to be whatever it came.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I decided to not do that check, so I decided to put the 4 here. um, anyway, and then the coolest part for me is this part, because the map function in Racket is overloaded for a second case in which you receive two lists of things, and the function, the lambda that you do, is a lambda that receives also two things. So it's basically a map that comes with the zip capability. So I decided to use that because I can basically create a list of numbers starting from 0 based on how many things I have. So I have just 3 here, right? So this is going to be 3, and the range is going to create a list for 0 to 3. And then I use those with the map and the create relation field. And then I create my fields. And then all of that is gonna be the return of this is gonna be a list of tuples. And then I call the make hash because it's gonna make the tuples a key and a value. And that's exactly what the field in the table expects, and it works. So this function was fun to make. Just wanted to mention that. But anyway, I think we got it. We need to do the server. Server time.
Let me think here.
Server in Racket.
Don't search for server, search for socket.
Socket.
Because the socket we can extend later to do other things that
TCP.
a server can't, ideally. TCP listen. Okay, that's it. Awesome.
TCP listen. That's it.
By the way, since we are not using LSP or anything, can you share that on VS Code
Oh, sure.
so I can type as well?
Let me just stop the recording because I don't know. Resume the recording. Okay, so you're back on.
Alright. So I don't have a Racket language server, but who cares? So we need to first start the module. So let's do that. Module
Right,
plus. I
so
don't know what you're
this
gonna
one
do,
back.
and we're gonna call it a. I'll call it server. Oops, server.
Okay, let me
So
check what's the dependency that we're gonna have to have.
provide. Yeah. So I think we saw one require.
Socket in Racket.
It was Racket
TCP
slash
slash
TCP.
TCP. Yeah.
Is it like this? How do I put it here?
It
Like
is like
this?
that. It is like that. Yeah.
Okay. I need to get used to VS Code. Okay, so let's first start the entry point, I guess.
Like it seems that it's very well documented, but again, we don't have examples to copy
Oh no,
paste,
yeah,
which
we
is
never know.
sad.
We never know.
Creates
It's
a
always
listening
a surprise.
server on the local at the port number specified by port no. Okay, so I think we can actually do something like is the entry point the port?
Entry point is the function that kickstarts the thing.
Okay, so let's do the full port. Let's put I don't know Zozin style.
By the way, I was doing C because of him, and it's actually more enjoyable than I remember. Maybe I was just stupid.
What was you doing? What were you doing?
I was just doing the serialization with the same things we did here, but I was doing in C
The
instead.
serialization of the schema stuff
Yeah, like trying to do a schema thing.
using structs.
Using structs, yes, without C++. Just uh, ah,
Okay, so the next thing is max allow await.
let me dent this
Determines the maximum number of client connections that can be waiting for acceptance. Let's put 1.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is reuse. If
Yes,
reuse argument is true, then TCP listen will create a listener even if the port is involved in a time wait state. Such a use of reuse defeats certain guarantees of the TCP protocol. Okay, so let's put that as false.
And then hostname. If hostname is false, then the listener accepts connections to all of the listening machine's addresses. Otherwise, the listener accepts connections only at the interfaces associated with the given hostname. For example, providing 127.0.0.1
Do
as
we care about
hostname.
that?
No, we definitely don't. So just leave it as false.
And this is not how you do it, right? This is how you do it.
Yeah, so
This
just
is
put it
also
here.
how you do it.
No, those are optional, so you don't need to. Here.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so what is the default of max allow wait then?
Max allow. Does it say?
Oh, 4. Okay, 4.
4. Okay.
Okay, the 4 is okay.
So just keep it there. So the full port, let's put 9,000. No, 9,000 may conflict, right? 78888. Perfect.
Okay,
That's much
so
less.
what else do we need? We have listen. I think we need connect as well, right?
No, we just need to listen, right? We are a server. We're just
No, no,
listening.
no, but we need to make the front end.
Well, yes, but we don't need to do that in Racket.
Oh, we're gonna call it from. We're gonna make it in what?
I don't know, Nathan will write something in JavaScript and then it will connect. Right, Nathan?
Just for the cringiness, we could use eLisp.
Oh, I would man, let's do it. Let's do it. Cringiness. What do you mean, man?
Just for
The
the
perfect
cringiness.
name.
You're gonna have to have a Nix file with Emacs in it.
Alright, let's see.
Bonkers.
Uh okay, so an entry point, that's it. I think that's the base structure we need.
Okay, so
This
TCP
function
connect
is this.
is for client stuff.
Yeah, so and then how do we evaluate that? We just call it here, I suppose. So server.
Oh,
Ah
let's
man,
see
why
what's
do
the
I keep
return. Well,
typing
let's see
this?
what's the return. The
It's
return is
saying
an input port.
TCP listener.
Oh no,
Yeah,
sorry,
it's
I'm
saying
reading the wrong one. It is a TCP listener, yes. So what the heck is that? Uh,
V boolean. Okay, that's just to verify if it is
returns
an
true
instance.
if V is a TCP listener created by TCP listen F otherwise. So I guess we need to check for that first. We need to check
I
if this
think
worked.
actually I think if we evaluate this, it should be running, but then we can check like it doesn't block, right? It is non-blockant. I think. We can try in a sec. TCP listener can be synchronized event. Oh, right. Look down there. The return value of TCP listen is a TCP listener. The value can be used in future calls to TCP accept ready, and TCP close. Each new TCP, and I don't know why I'm making this voice.
I
Each new
also don't
TCP
know.
listener value is placed into the management of the current custodian. See custodians. Okay, I don't know what that is. If the server cannot be started by TCP listener, then an exception called exen fail network exception is raised. A TCP listener can be used as a synchronizable event. See events. A TCP listener is ready for synchronization when TCP accept would not block. The synchronization result of a TCP listener is the TCP listener itself. Oh, I see. So after running this, we need to run the TCP accept, and then it will block, and then it will give a result when it receives something, right? So it's like a consumer. So let's look at that.
Okay, so you need to. Can you repeat the last part? After we get the listener, what do we need to do?
So there's this function here called TCP accept.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
TCP accept says accepts a client connection from the server associated with a listener. And what they say up there, let me read exactly as it was here. Uh, a TCP listener, here, here. A TCP listener can be used as a synchronizable event. Click on this. Oh,
Let me
this would
check.
be painful. A TCP listener is ready for synchronization when TCP accept would not block.
Block.
The synchronization result of a TCP listener is the TCP listener itself. So we need to treat the events now as we receive because it's like a consumer, right? We are expecting to receive calls, but we are not actually getting them right now. So we need to keep waiting. And then when we receive something, we do X and so on.
Oh, I see, I see, I see.
So
But do
it
we
would
want to
be,
make it a synchronizable event in this case? I think so, right?
yes, I think so. For each connection, I mean, ideally, you should launch a thread and then the thread handles this for you, and then the listener synchronizes this with the client, right?
Yeah.
So you don't block other potential calls. But since we are dirty, we're gonna not do that. Um, so let me see here. Man, it would be very good if we found a complete example. Like,
Well, we can try that. Let's try Racket socket example. Oh, here it is, the second link on GitHub.
Okay, the guy is using a thread. I can see here.
Oh, he's using Racket TCP.
Yes. He's. I think you're seeing the same link as I do. Racket
Uh,
socket server client.
yeah, exactly.
So the server, the guy's
I
using.
think this is exactly it, man.
Yeah. Okay, so he makes a loop. What is a let in Racket? Is the same as an ML? Let?
A let, you mean?
Oh no, never mind. It's just the same thing as a normal let, I suppose, right?
Yeah, it's a normal Lisp let, as far as I know.
Yeah. Thread. Wait, he's defining the thread as a lambda, and then
Oh,
he
okay, so there's a
defines.
bunch of matches of rejects.
Yeah, that's for his test, I suppose, right? We
Yeah.
don't need to do that, but we can largely copy this
No, we're gonna
extra
have to
code.
do that when we want to quit.
No, yeah, but on the inner structure, we don't need to worry, so that's fine. So let's just copy this. Uh, just plagiarize. No, we're not.
Okay, let me try to discover what the heck is a thread though. Thread racket. So is there a function called? Yes, there is. Returns immediately with a
What is a
thread
let
descriptor.
in C?
What?
Is it a what is a let e slash ec?
Oh, probably that sounds like a macro, but let me check.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it is in the base. Let me read. Uh, Equivalent to call. Okay, so it's basically a syntax sugar to do a thing called call EC and then a lambda. Let me check what call EC does. Um, oh, it's some crazy shit. Yeah, this is very fancy shit.
No, I don't
I
want
don't think we
fancy.
need
Man.
that though.
Man, I don't want fancy. I just want very grug.
No, we don't need let EC to be Greg, I think. Yeah, he's just calling the loop. I don't even know why he needs the let EC there. Maybe it is something in the middle. But we don't need that right now. We only want to be able to. I would suggest for us actually to connect the client to the server, and the server just spits back whatever the client
Yes, that's what
spoke.
I intended to do. Like, but how do I start the TCP server? How do I
Okay,
block?
how to start the TCP server? I think I have an idea.
Let's test that. Let's test it on the REPL first. Can you open the?
Let me see if I can share that. So there is an extension called Racket REPL. So how do you do that?
Oh, Magic REPL, Magic Racket should have it already. By the way,
Yeah, but how do
type
you
press
instantiate a
F1.
new one?
Press F1.
F1 Racket. And oh, I don't
Oh,
have
you
I don't
didn't.
have the stuff.
Yes,
Uh, Segmentation fault. Yay! How that's possible? I
that
don't
is
know.
awesome. That is awesome. We're not even coding C right now, man. What
Oh,
the
it's
heck?
because I didn't open VS Code from
Oh, you
the.
can kick me. Kick me out.
Okay, that's why. I do have Racket here. So Racket. Yeah, I do have Racket. Okay, here we even have buttons, man. Look.
Wow.
Okay, let me do this again. Okay, so here's the new link. Oh, there's multiple Racket repos now, man. Look. Okay, can I share one of them? Let me try. There is an update available. Okay, that's okay. Okay, so now the question is, how the heck F1? No, I still got segmentation fault, man. What am I missing? I have no idea what I'm missing. Racket.
What the heck?
I have no idea what is going on.
Try with outside VS Code,
No, I think
because I had a
outside
weird problem. Yes.
it
So
works
just
outside.
yeah, just use it there. Whatever.
Okay, let's just code it here. So what do you want to try?
So I want to try to start this TCP listener and try to get a response. A response. I mean, I just want to make it lock. Like you see what I mean? Like make it stay there listening to something, like in a loop. That's it.
Yeah. But do you want to do first the server or the client?
Let's do the server first, and then we do a sketchy client.
Sure. Sure, 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 sure. Get range.
Need to dive into this library.
Welcome to tennis chat room. Okay, so what the heck is this syntax?
You're not showing
No,
showing
no,
anything there.
I'm not showing, but look, um, look at this. I forgot this. This is a thing, but I already forgot what this means. Is this mapping this to this?
Uh, mm, defined value. I don't know what is defined value, to be honest.
Yeah, define values racket.
Man, Racket has some weird macros.
No, but this is, let me tell you a thing now that I'm working with Clojure. This is actually a thing in Lisps
No,
overall.
I know people define like their operators for
No,
everything,
they
but
define domain
the
specific
names
languages,
are.
man.
No, I know that's the purpose of Lisp, but my point is, Racket has weird ones. They're like definitions they make. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's that intuitive. I mean, okay, it's defined values that might explain what it is, but well,
Yeah, it is exactly what
mhm.
I thought. So you're mapping this thing to this, and
Yeah.
that
So it's
thing
like
to
just
that.
this construct. Yeah, I thought of that as well. So it's like binding,
Yeah,
like
but I believe that when you have a big size, like when you have that many macros that do every single specific detail that you may possibly want, every newcomer will feel overwhelmed because if
yeah,
you're
that's
not
how I
prepared,
think.
if you're not prepared
The
to
thing,
receive this
it's
amount of
funny.
information,
But here's the thing that's funny. I didn't feel this way when I started with back then.
with what?
Lisp or even Como Lisp. Like okay, like there's macros for like all sorts of weird stuff, but I didn't find them weird. Like
I don't know,
I think
man. For
to be
me,
fair, part of
Common
it is
Lisp is
because
up
we don't
there.
have LSP. There is that as well. Like the LSP would give us docs, but having to look, I think it really breaks the flow of an interactive environment. Should try to fix this sometime.
New thread for each client connected. Okay, so this is basically for when you have a new client, I believe. Okay, okay, okay.
This time,
What?
it's just my I live by an avenue, so kind of noisy it is because people are coming back home. Uh,
Okay, so the guy is defining a server loop. Right. So I think I have an idea here. So the listener, you're mapping that to output, basically. And then the TCP accept, you were renaming that as in. So that's basically how you get data from the client, I believe. Let's read again what TCP accept does. TCP accept accepts a client connection for the server associated with listener. If no client connection is waiting on the listening port. Oh no, I'm wrong, man. I'm wrong. I'm very wrong. Look, the TCP listener actually returns two things apparently. See? So you're actually calling this function, passing the listener.
Okay.
So I guess this actually means that it would be great to have it like this. So you put there. We are missing parameters in this thing. Yeah, now it's correct. Then we put in out, and then we put TCP accept, and then listener. And I believe that in Racket you need to actually do star here.
Since they're using probably.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are in the we are closer. Now we do the loop stuff. Now we do the loop stuff. So this is actually the in and this is actually the out. Let me read again. So if no client, two values are returned, an input port and an output port. Data can be received from the client through the input port and sent to the client through the output port. Okay, that's pretty convenient that the TCP accept does that. Then we do what? Then for each client connected, he defines a lambda, which I believe it's like
Where are they using that, by the way? Let's say it's saying like thread is the value, but where's thread being used?
where is thread being used? I don't think thread is being. Well, no.
So
Let me think again. Wait. Uh, let's put thread here. Cool. Call
wait.
stunk with no arguments in a new thread of control. The thread
Okay,
procedure returns
thread
immediately
receives a
with a
thunk.
thread descriptor value.
So thread receives a thunk, which it is the case. It is a lambda that picks nothing, right? We'll go back to the code.
Yeah,
Up.
it receives a lambda that receives nothing.
So
So
this is starting the thing. That's the
no,
idea.
I don't think this is starting because this is a let with a loop in
Yes.
it, and the loop is
So
being called down here.
wait. Oh, I see.
So
Okay, so he is looping.
whatever he's
Hmm.
doing here, he is doing preparation apparently because he's saying functions and thread specific variables.
Actually, this is handling the call back.
This is handling the call, you say.
I mean,
But
there's
how is he
send
doing that
there.
if there's only
Yeah, no,
definitions
no,
of
no.
stuff,
Wait,
man?
there's send. There's some function definitions there, but I was thinking go down to the. This is send receive. Oh no, sorry, it's mixed. Oh man.
Yeah, so I think this. But if this is the client stuff, why does he need the client.racket? Is the server importing the client? I don't think so. He's
Oh,
not.
there's not even a module to begin with.
There is not even a module, yeah.
Unless he loads the file directly.
Oh. What is the readme saying?
Man, I'm telling you, I literally closed my window and then I'm dying because of like heavy air and then like motorcycles. Crazy.
Yeah, but that's São Paulo.
Man, I'll tell you. I'll open my window. I don't give like 5 minutes for a car to pass by.
The client matters. Hmm. Oh. Okay, now it makes more sense, man. Look, so this is actually a very powerful thing because he's actually doing, separately speaking, each one of the clients individually.
Yeah, which is what I said, right?
No, but for me that was
Really.
client stuff, and that was confusing. Why is it doing
Wait,
that if
client?
there is a client.racket stuff?
Um,
Okay, do you want to do that though? Do you want to make the server capable of having multiple? I think that would be cool.
well, if it's easy, the point is I just wanted a very, very dummy example
I
of
don't think we
echo.
need any of this then. We don't
Yes,
need.
that's what I'm saying. I just wanted a echo server. That's it.
Okay, let's actually search for that. Echo server racket. Why not?
Search for TCP, right?
Echo TCP.
Um, maybe maybe search for socket. Oh no, wait. Okay, it's and there it is. Cycle.
Yeah, there it is.
Uh, oh man, that just copy that.
That.
Yeah, man, that's all I want. Oh
And
man,
that's exactly what we needed, right? So
yes.
this is already doing kind of like that.
Okay, so just copy it, and you see that it's launching with the thread down there.
It's launching with the thread. Oh,
There,
here.
yes.
I see.
Then it passes the port. So that's cool. Let's just use that.
Okay. So I don't know if this let using this in-out stuff is gonna work, but let's try. So okay, so you
Uh,
do a write. Let me put this in the other monitor. So you do a write here. So write Racket Tower DB test drive, and then you put the out. Okay, so that's what the server is gonna put back into the client.
I really do think that will not work.
Uh, what's gonna it's gonna not
The
work?
double binder,
Oh,
the deconstruct. I mean,
yeah, maybe that's actually a macro thing specifically. Then he's doing a display read in,
yeah, that is to get the input back.
and I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
I
I
think that's
mean,
about
we
it.
could. Yeah, so he's reading the input and showing it there. Okay, so try running this.
I don't know if this is gonna run with extra
No,
modules
no,
if
I'm
you
saying
insist.
like copy the things and paste it on a REPL, right? To the nature.
That's actually not. Um,
What are you doing? Oh,
I'm undoing the because it's probably a macro thing. Uh, it's probably a macro thing. So easy, easy. Oops. Okay, we're gonna have that. Then what's gonna be the entry point, by the way? Oh no, this is the function, right? I always
yeah.
forget this. In Racket, it saw everything defined. So paste that.
I need to import, right? Bad syntax. Define values.
Right out
Man,
of.
this is a normal let, man.
What do you mean just use a normal letman?
Well, let in listener and then let out server.
No, 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 you don't get it. You
Oh
don't.
wait, that's one inside the other.
Wait, what?
Oh
So,
wait, man, that doesn't return a double stuff.
oh no, wait. This returns a double stuff. Yes, this returns a double stuff. That's what is written in the documentation.
Is it? Let me
Yeah,
see. I hope you are debunked so I can laugh at you.
sure. Require
What is the thing? This. Uh,
TCP listen. I think that's how you do it. Let me check my other stuff. Yeah, that's how you do it. So Racket TCP. Oh, I forgot. What do you put at the end of the REPL? Semicolon, semicolon?
no, just enter.
Oh, that didn't work before. Bad syntax, define values. So do I have to import stuff to use define values? Let me check. It's saying this on in base, which is kind of weird. Which is kind of weird.
And can't you just like, is it really a tuple? I'm not reading anywhere say it's a
No,
tuple.
let me. No, it's not gonna be a tuple. It's a very weird thing. Let me try to find it. Um, where it is? Where it is? Oh no, it's not a TCP listen that returns two things. It's a TCP accept that does it. Yeah, TCP accept.
Okay.
We are not using that
Linus,
apparently.
I need to have dinner. Can you just try
Sure,
to spawn it and try
sure.
to do the following before when I come back I can do it because I know already how to do the Emacs thingy. So just try to do the following: you block the call when you receive a request, call the parser, run the thing, build the AST, and run the thing to create a relation. So later we can use the project the same way. You see?
Not quite, but I'm gonna try to make my best while you're there.
I can send you the garbage code I wrote. Let me see. In C sharp.
Oh, it worked.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see if this actually works. So thread,
So
gonna
here,
put lambda.
that's my garbage C sharp code.
Okay, I'm gonna
Ah,
see in
man,
a
this
moment.
code is
And
awful.
then we
Anyway, I'll be back.
put uh, hello listen. Hello listen. Oh. Oh no, that actually makes a lot more sense, actually. So this is not the server. This is the client. I'm so freaking dumb. So let's make a folder, front end, and then let's create a file, client racket, client racket. This thing, we're gonna grab that. We're gonna put here. We're gonna do require TCP racket TCP. That's cool. That's cool. Awesome. And then whatever the guy is doing there is gonna come here. So this is the entry point. And what is the name of this that we're gonna make? This is gonna be listen. Okay, it's gonna be listen, which is cool. It's very cool. We also want to provide the default port because why the heck not? Then this is definitely the listener. Okay, so just to be consistent, I'm gonna rename this to frontend, and then let's do a module plus here. So module plus client. That's cool. So what are we doing here? We don't need to do that. This can be just server. TCP accept again. Why do you need to open a thread though for that? Oh, this is because you want to be able to accept multiple clients, I believe. I believe. If that makes any sense. Yeah. Okay. Then the client code, which is gonna be, I don't know, client socket. Client socket, and then we are using Racket there. Hello socket. Okay, now the question is, can I make the program run this? That would be very cool. That would be very cool. So let's try doing that. So let's do that. I need to import. We don't need the Lexer here anymore. So I want backend and I want the server. Cool. Then I'm gonna run entry point. And I'm gonna name this as server entry point. Server. So this is the server entry point. It's gonna grab the listener and then it's gonna be doing the loop forever and forever. That's gonna happen there. And then on the client side, which I'm gonna do via the REPL in another terminal, I'm gonna paste this code. So this code. And then I'm gonna call, I believe that's fine. Yeah. So let's try it. I don't know how to do, so just build there. And expected a module declaration but found something else. Okay. So, okay, I forgot this. Both of them need that. There. And there. And then you do the required stuff. And then you do the module plus. Module plus, module plus. Okay. Trying again. Okay. Did I provide the... Oh, I didn't provide. It's doing grammar stuff, that's okay. I think it's waiting now. Okay, so it's listening. Now we do Nix. Racket. There. There. require Racket TCP there, there, and thread lambda server entry point. What is the default? 8888. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hmm. Oh, it's just gonna hang forever? Okay, that's not cool. Okay, so forget about having multi-clients. I don't really care. I just want to see if this works. So client socket. Wait. Oh, it doesn't know what is the full port. That's why. Okay. Here we're gonna have that. Cool. Client socket. Count reference close output port. So this probably requires another require. Cool. Close output port. Here it is. Cannot reference and identify before its definition. What do you mean? Oh, oh, there's a typo there. That's why. Of course. Of course. So it's close output port. Yep, it worked. It worked. So, yeah, I guess. I think we should also try to be sure that this is working in the server. So, um, in and out. Okay, can I do print? I don't remember if I... Is this language that uses print or println? I always forget. No. Yeah, something in there. Oh, println. Cool. Println in. Mm-hmm. How is the front end doing that? Yeah, I think that's actually better.
I'm back.
Okay, I think I got it. I think.
Okay.
Uh, so, oh, of course, there is a missing parenthesis at some
Your
point.
enemies, as always.
Off
One more.
freaking
Yeah.
course. No, it's okay. Oh no, it's not there. Here. Whoa. Okay. Okay, so the grammar is still listen failed.
Port
Already
already in use.
address already in use.
Change to, I don't know,
What do you mean? No, but this was working, man. I think I
I
didn't
think
close
it.
it.
I
Is the
think the
server running
process.
in my computer now?
I think the process is dangling. Yeah, on the background. It's probably like a zombie.
Sure. That's not the best because I think I thought when I killed the
Oh, there
application.
is a close. Wait. Oh no! There is a TCP close as well. We
Yeah,
didn't
but
use
when the
that.
heck I'm gonna do that?
Well, it's gonna loop forever, right? Makes sense. How when?
Um, there is a
Good
TCP
question.
close. There is in fact a TCP close. Oh wait, so is my client working still even though I already closed the? No,
Oh,
it's not, man.
hmm.
That doesn't make sense.
I
Oops.
mean, it might be right. It's
No, man. I think there's something about not doing the TCP close. But when the heck are we gonna do that? That's my question. Exiting.
oh, Nathan sent a link.
Press V. Executable. I don't think it is this, Nathan. I think it's TCP close exit handler. A parameter that determines the current exit handler. The exit handler is called by exit. The full exit handler in Racket takes an argument. I don't know
Oh,
if.
it's like a seek term.
Yeah, but isn't that overkill to what we want?
I don't know about overkill. It seems to be the correct approach for the loop that you want to do.
It seems to be what?
Appropriate for the loop that we are doing. Because the only way to break this loop is if it fails and exception is raised, or if it is a Control C, right, a seek term or a CQ,
Yeah,
which
but
is what Nathan is sent.
yeah, but where do I put that piece of that exit handler stuff?
Well, anywhere in the code, I guess.
Anywhere in the code?
I guess.
Before the loop, you add the handler. Before the loop, you add the handler. So you
Oh, right.
mean
So when
saying like
tweet.
this?
Oh, I see.
Are you saying something like that? Somewhere before, not right before. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't need to
Is
be.
that
I
better?
think no. I think it is before the module. Like,
Oh,
sorry, not before the module. Before the
the
definition
call
of
of
the
the
function.
function.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's
or
before
before the
here.
function call. Yes, I think that's it. Okay,
Uh,
but what we handle with that? Let's see. Okay, we can do nothing. That's one term. That's one possibility. Okay, let's see now.
okay, so I'm gonna keep, but the process is still running right now, right? So I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
so just use this.
yeah, yeah. Let's see if this works. So it is still for some reason parsing the thing, even though I'm not using it. Okay, now it displayed a procedure, which is kind of cringe.
Now kill it. No, don't even run this. Just kill. Eight,
Just kill.
nine. Yeah, kill. Now do it again. Um,
It's gonna take a while. It worked.
okay, so yeah, okay.
Thank you, Nathan.
So let's go on the
Okay, so now, but
twin the client.
now we can make it work though. So let me change this to 8089.
Mm-hmm.
There, there. EOF.
It didn't
So
display.
what the heck happened there then? That's the question.
Can you see if it's still running? It
Sure.
is, right? Did you put the server to anything and then print it
Yes,
always?
yes. I added some prints. So before it was doing like this, right? It actually did this with this right here. But I wanted to see some message happening in this on the server side so we can check that, oh, we received the message and stuff like that. So I added a print here with the display read in, you know?
Can you see the screen here?
Yes.
Can you see? Okay.
Oh,
Now
you're gonna do a client?
open, and then what we pick on
So
a,
cringe, man.
we pick a name buffer. The
You know what we
experience is
can
already
do?
better.
We can make a Linux file that will open
Mm,
Emacs and connects with the client, and then we can use Emacs as the REPL.
we can. That is extremely cursed, but yeah, we can. We can definitely. So it is name buffer. So let's see. Name is, I think it's arbitrary. So just put racket racket tower, whatever. Then what goes in here? Come on, my man. Oh, I didn't type it properly. I'm dumb. Okay, so buffer. I think it's hard not having types, right? Who wonder?
It's
Uh,
always hard not having types.
I don't know what is buffer. That's the point. Is it a? Let me see on the GNU
But
docs.
can we try to make this work first? Getting confused.
Yeah, you can go.
No, no, no. But can you give me a tip why I'm not being able to make the server print something for us?
Why you can't make the server print something for us?
Yeah, because take a look. This is the code of the server. This is the code of the server. So it
Oh
defines
wait,
a listener, and then
are
there's the loop,
hmm
and then it does the.
where's the print?
There's no print here, but I don't know where to put it.
Well, uh, I would say it's inside the thread, right?
Before or after the copy port?
I think that's weird. Close output port.
I think this is basically redirecting the message that he got from in into the out.
Why? That doesn't make sense.
No, that makes sense because then look at what happens. The client puts into for the server. This is string, fine. Then the server does the basically pick the message and throw it back, and then we display what the heck is inside in, which is what the server put the information back in.
So you're saying that it's just picking something and cycling through
Exactly,
the.
exactly.
Uh,
And then that's why we can see something from the client side. That's why it's showing this message.
oh, but wait. So you want to make the server print something, right?
Yeah, so I thought about copying this,
Ah, I see, see, see.
peeking
I got
it,
it.
and then before the copy stuff, put it
Uh
in
huh.
here. But that
But I
didn't
think
work.
that will. No, no. I think. Wait, that didn't work.
Yeah, I can show you.
Copy port copies from the 1 to 2, the arguments in
Let's
order.
check that.
Or is it like C that copies like to the first?
I think it's from this first to the second. Here. So reads the data from the first and writes it back out to the second. That's what he does.
Okay. Because here's the thing. Once you've read it, I think what would happen is the problem. Well, what I think is the problem is once you read from a socket,
The client is not going to be able to do stuff, right?
you cannot read it again, so it empties it out. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing. I agree with that. So that means that we can understand why the client is printing EOF because
Yeah, but but here's the other guess. I think when you run that thing, result go to the first. You see its procedure. So I
yeah.
think it's hanging because the procedure is there, but the output, the standard output, is not the same because it's a thread, right? So I think that's why. I can't tell it if it is, but I guess it is that. So one way to test it, can you write to a file?
Yes, I can write to a file.
Or write to a log it to a file, like locally?
I don't understand why printing doesn't work, but I can log it to a file.
I that's just a guess, but I think it has to do with the thread.
Here. So let's go to backend. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna create another out. So actually, let's create a let inside here. You can do your eLisp stuff while I do this.
Do you think I get happy by doing eLisp on my free time?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, man. I really think so. So instead of doing all of this crap, I'm gonna do backend log.
Oh, okay.
Then
It is an actual Emacs buffer. Oh man,
what?
the thread they actually the network thingy. It actually speaks to an actual buffer. So
That's cool. Um, okay, write bytes. So let's pick that. File out. And then let's read in. And then let's close it. Close output port. Hmm. I have another guess that we can make it work. So I want to write into out. How is the client doing that again? Yeah, so it's the message then the thing. So I want to write into out. I saved your amazing message. So we don't need to do this. Yeah, it would be something like that. Okay, let's see if it works. Bad syntax. I'm probably messing. Oh yeah, of course. Messing with the parentheses around. As a fucking always. Ooh, I got confused. Is the loop inside the thread or not? Is the loop inside the thread? No. Okay, so there. Yeah, probably that's it. Oh no.
it's quite funny that we can actually make of Emacs the REPL.
Yeah, it's so. Imagine, man. You run the Nix. You run I don't know, some sort of make file, and if you select that you want to be the client, instead of opening like a REPL in a terminal, it actually launches an instance of Emacs. And because it's Nix, you don't even have to have Emacs installed. We can install it for you for free. How funny would that be? That would be amazing, man. That would be really, really funny. Define loop.
Oh, okay. Okay, thankfully Emacs has garbage collection.
Wait, what? No, not about what you said. Not about what you said, definitely. I think this is correct. So there, then we have the let, then we have the lambda, then we have the thread, and then we have the other stuff. Oh, okay. And okay, something's about to happen. Boom. And it's hanging. Contract violation, expected bytes. It worked! It sort of worked. But I don't want to write bytes though. I want to write characters. So do we have a write string? Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then, bow. And, file exists, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Blah. We're gonna have our client use Emacs Lisp. Yeah,
Isn't that cute?
kinda cursed. Hey! Hey, man! Is that
Let
a
me see.
success? Is that a
Let me see.
success? What is my thing? Where is my thing? Yay!
Okay. So focus here. Let's write this. Uh, don't forget to switch on the screen, by the way.
Are you
Okay.
talking which screen right now? Yours or
Oh,
mine?
mine.
Oh,
Mine.
yours. Okay, so let me go to your screen.
So what I'm doing here, have you ever used
Used what?
interactive
Interactive what?
Emacs?
No.
It's like this. Uh,
Oh, is it when you do like a Ctrl C on the Lisp expression and it shows in the mini buffer the answer?
it's actually to read. So something like this. Read string, type your stuff. Actually, uh, so I think in Clojure you would, right, but here I think I need to do a phone call. Is that phone
Enclosure
call?
what?
In Clojure you just do this and that's enough to trigger the lambda. But I think here we need to do this. So
Yeah.
there, type your stuff. Nathan is cute. Nathan is cute. So this. Uh, okay. So what I'm doing here, too small, too big, increase a little bit. So I'm doing a client, and then it starts as interactive. I grab this address and the port, and then I launch this process to connect to this. So let me change it to
Is the interactive thing to behave like a REPL or not?
the. I mean, it is to behave like you type on the mini buffer and you see on the mini. That's the
Okay.
interactive. It's to gather user input.
Okay. Okay.
Oops, port. Let's put on a earmuffs.
I think the server is still running on my machine, so yeah, it is still running.
So let's see. But we're not done because after we connect, we need to bind this. So let's. Uh,
Does Emacs Lisp has different? Does it have different lets, or the let is all the most powerful let?
there is this.
Yeah, but what is the difference?
Well, this is recursive,
Okay. So
which
a
I think I
normal
know
let
how.
is gonna be a let plus as well then.
No, it just doesn't know about scope.
Okay, so you need a let plus there, right?
Yes. Uh, this is right. I need a let star actually. There's no concept of let plus
Oh, okay, so you jump for straight on.
recursive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Uh,
that's cool.
okay, so here we need now to output to the process, and there's this function here called process put. So let's read what it does. Process put is a native Lisp function finding blah blah blah. You pick the process, the prop name. What is the prop name?
We don't have
Okay, if it
types.
is a no, it is a we can check, but it is a response or request, as far as I understood.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. This is kind of cursed because we need to define a callback before. So, okay, let's do that.
Where do you put
Otherwise,
the callback?
so it will be like I don't recall if in Lisp we can define a function. I think we can't. Uh,
What do you mean, an anonymous function?
yes, like I mean, an anonymous function. I think we can because define a. Let me see. Let
Define a what? Your microphone
function.
is cutting.
Ah, man. Wait, just a second. Is it better?
Oh yeah.
I keep forgetting. Ah, let me see if I'm not using my webcam. Sec.
No, you're definitely not using your webcam.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know because I would
There's
kill
no way
myself.
there's a webcam that has this audio quality.
Well, depends on the quality, right?
No, but man,
Well, what do you?
your sound quality is above average. There's no webcam that does that as far as I know.
Okay, so we need to define it outside. That's not a big deal. That's just annoying. So the film, we can make it a def class, by the way, but let's just use functions first. So callback. Oh, let's call it handler, and then our handler is going to receive a process and a message, and then we're going to do
And
let.
just to make it clear for the recording, we're gonna have the eLisp version of the client just for the fun of it. I'm probably gonna make a client in Racket as
Oh
well.
no no no! You are not. That's
I'm
so.
probably gonna make a Racket correspondence
Why?
to
Why
this
would you make a racket one, man?
because
The point.
because it's so cursed to do anything
Ah, that's just
more
bullshit.
than the editor based in Emacs Lisp, man. So cursed.
Just bullshit. And then we need to clean the process, as it says here. Okay, so that, and then we can finally call that here. So now what we're gonna do is put, and then we pass connection there, response, oopsie, with a key, and then we pass new to this argument. Yes, and then we set process filter, then pass the connection. Then here is the point where we put the name of the callback function in quotes. Yes. So it is handler like this. Maybe that's not a very good name, but well, it is what it is. So process send string and then we pass
Take a
the
look, I'm
connection.
not that sad, man.
Hello there. And then it should just reply back, right, for us. So I think this is it. Uh, can you try? Let me see if it works. I can test, right? It's
Yeah, no,
dynamic.
but read Nathan's message, man. It's worth it.
As a way to filter worthy people.
Yeah, he's probably talking about eLisp.
I could write in Vim script, but that would break the idea of worthy people, right?
Okay, so how the heck do I use this? So I just put this in an eLisp e.el file.
No, just go to a scratch buffer or any Emacs buffer and just evolve that.
Um, okay, just a sec. Okay, now we can go back. So contracts B, scratch,
And just paste.
fla,
Change the mode to Emacs Lisp mode as well.
eLisp mode,
Emacs Lisp.
Emacs.
Literally the best Lisp created.
The one
Okay,
without a recursion.
change the name of the handler to Racket Tower Handler because I'm not sure if there is a function with that name and it will conflict. And then you have to
Uh,
rename on the yes.
I can't save it though.
Well, you need to define in a file, right? So just eval.
Um, front end. Mm, there, there. Evolve buffer. There.
Nice. Now try running Racket Tower client.
Um,
MetaX Racket Tower client.
server
No.
address. So this
Type the
is
127.0.0.1.
.0.1, right? Like
Oh
this.
wait, there's one more. It's one last zero. Yes. Enter and then type a port.
Hmm.
Okay, it didn't print. Okay, change the buffer to Racket TCP with earmuffs. Ctrl X B. Oh, there it is. Oh, but there is no data, so it didn't write anything. You see?
Oh, the server needs to send something back.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you're logging, right?
yeah, don't wait, but the log should already be updated then. If you send something,
I sent hello, I
so
think.
log. No, it didn't work. I guess. Let me do Control X K backlog. Yeah, it didn't write anything. But we need to change the implementation of the backend in order to make it send something to you. Oh no, it's already sending something to you. So I don't know what happened there.
Can you
No,
instead
wait,
of
here.
oh, so it blew up.
Yeah.
Given hello. What?
So
Uh
apparently this is not a
oh, it
string.
sends a symbol. What the heck?
That's a little bit
What?
cursed.
That is weird.
It sent a
Man, it
symbol, man.
sends string. Like, can you hover over this function?
Which one? This?
Yes. Okay, so to have the completion, delete the string and type it again. And just wait for the pop-up. No, 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 the string on the name of the function.
Oh,
Yeah, just start typing and then we'll show. Yes, there. So sends process. If string is larger than input, no, that's not the case.
how do you make a string in eLisp?
Well, like that.
Well, apparently not. String in eLisp.
Man, that's exactly how it is.
No, I believe you, but apparently we are receiving a symbol, man.
Yeah, I think that's Racket receiving a symbol.
That's Racket receiving a symbol.
Can
I
you
don't think
cast?
so.
Can you cast that?
Yes, of
Man, the
course.
function sends a string. There is no. If the name there is sending a symbol, that's cursed because the name of the thing is process send string. Like, why would it send a.
Okay, here it is. Yes, this is what we want. So we want to go to the backend and we want to pick this and actually convert that to symbol to string. The
Man,
problem is,
why?
what the heck happens if you send a string to that? So if I do symbol
Oh,
string
but you're gonna know, right?
something.
Oh, we're gonna know if it fails because.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the server is not language independent then, because
What?
if we
What do you mean?
yeah, because Racket will actually send a string, but eLisp is actually sending a
No,
symbol.
no, 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 no. I don't think it is eLisp that is receiving a symbol nor sending. I think it's Racket that is reading a symbol. What you tested right now has nothing to do with the backend.
No, we already tested that Racket is not converting anything to symbols. That is something guaranteed because we tested.
We didn't.
We did
Where?
here.
Where? No,
This
no.
is
Okay,
this is the thing
sending
being
back. Okay, sending back. I'm saying about reading.
no, but this is reading. This is the client.
Yes,
This
but it's the same function to write in a thing, right? So, man, go back. That doesn't make any sense, dude. Go back. Like, how would he even send a symbol? Like, go to the terminal. First one. I don't care about this client. This. Why would he fail there? Write string contract violation.
I have no idea.
Like, there's no possible way that Emacs Lisp can send a symbol because it's a different type from different programming language.
Well, I don't know
The
what to tell
only
you.
possibility to send is a byte, which will be read as a string in ASCII, I suppose, or Unicode, I don't know.
That's actually not a good attempt, not a bad idea. If we convert the thing to byte, then we read it as bytes.
No, but my point is Emacs Lisp strings are already series of bytes. So it's not Emacs. Why is it throwing that thing there? On the right string specifically. On the back end.
Well, I know why, because whatever it's grabbing from here, whatever it's going on happening here, when it reads what is coming from the client and
Yeah,
it
but
tries to write
why?
that down. No, I don't know the answer to that. I'm trying to gather solutions. What you said about converting everything, like not letting removing the convenience of having a string and converting this to bytes because this is overloaded. So will work with anything. If we convert both the Lisp explicitly and Racket to bytes, maybe that's gonna work. But letting strings like this, apparently Racket treats eLisp strings as symbols for some reason.
Makes no sense to me. Because that's a C function underneath. That's not even like eLisp doing something crazy. It's literally C.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, if this is a C function, how is Racket doing anything that crazy,
Like,
right?
I'm not crazy, right? Can you go to the eLisp function?
No, it was saying it is a C function. You're not crazy about
It's a
that.
native, right? Yes.
Let's see if adding the conversion from symbol to other thing works. Now
Oh.
it does this. What the heck happened?
Could it be because it failed? They exploded and then.
That doesn't
Oh, I
make
think it's
sense.
an exception that was unhandled.
No, but an
That's why.
exception happened before, man, and this didn't work.
Yeah,
This
but it
didn't
was
happen.
still hanging. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, time to change the port again.
I have two servers running on my computer for no apparent reason.
Remember to log out later.
No, when I restart the computer, that's gonna go away, right?
Yeah, yes, hopefully.
The full port.
Oh, you
What the heck
deleted it
happened? Oh, I
instead.
deleted. Huh. Oh, I'm using Emacs shortcuts. That's
Yes,
why.
that's the fun.
I'm using Emacs shortcuts. That's why.
You're brainwashed.
Okay. And now I go here. And what do I do again? Racket Tower Client, right?
Mm-hmm. Press Meta P.
Meta P.
Meta P.
New.
Received new.
Which
Okay,
is
now
also
it.
wrong.
Okay, but now at least it showed that I received something, right?
This
Previous
didn't
time it
blow
didn't.
up,
Okay.
which
Did it
probably
right?
means that yes. Okay, so it
Okay,
did it didn't
it
clear
did.
the garbage, but it is
Yeah,
there.
yes. It's right in place, right?
Yeah.
But okay, can you make it return instead of write there?
Return instead of write.
Yeah, on the back end, return on the same channel, write on the socket as well.
Oh, we don't want to save it then.
No, no, not saving a file. Like literally write it back because that's the flow, right? We read from the
Okay,
socket,
if that's the flow that
transform.
we want, I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna copy this because this is very useful. I'm gonna comment that out. And then here we can actually I'm gonna copy paste the one from Stack Overflow actually. So grab that, grab this, bah, there it is.
All right, pretty simple.
Please just works. Like I don't want three servers running. Okay.
Ah,
Okay, so now Racket client, meta p, pa, there. Boom. New. Now what?
now we cry.
Now we cry. this didn't do anything right now.
Did okay, it didn't write anything, right?
Yeah, and by the way, the previous code, it was writing this actually. So Emacs should have received I saved your amazing message. Right now we are just like forwarding. So we are basically grabbing the content of this and putting back
I
in.
see. So the client couldn't receive that.
Yeah, the client couldn't
It's
receive
kind of
the whatever is happening.
hmm. Why though?
Why? That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, like it triggered, right? So it concluded the call if you go to the eLisp code.
Yeah, it definitely used the
It,
handler.
it yeah, it showed right. Received blah
What is
blah.
set process filter?
This just getting the handler for the
Give process the filter
yes.
function filter. New means the full.
Yeah, to assign it to the specific handler, the callback.
The process and the string of output.
Like the course of action that you should do, which is the filter there. You see the second parameter?
Yeah.
That is the handler for this specific process running.
Yeah, I see, I see. Wait, this is wrong.
What?
I think this should be this.
What?
I have no idea. Does the order matter?
It does because you don't have defined in one case the handler before you actually write. So if it replies back before you actually set
Oh,
the
this is
handler,
actually
you're gonna use it.
setting. So this is doing mutation. This.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So we're gonna have to investigate why our cursed Emacs client.
I wouldn't call it cursed. That's a disclaimer.
No, but it is kind of cursed.
Can you do a thing? Can you go to the TCP racket.tcp
Yeah.
buffer? No,
Mm,
the buffer, like
The
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 Emacs buffer.
oh, the Emacs buffer. No, they're not that. No, it's not that what I want. TCP.
Huh. It wrote stuff in there. Okay, but that is for the execution, right? So we deleted the process twice. That's fine. Hmm. So that is weird.
That is very weird. Yeah.
Why are we not getting the value back? Oh, okay. Go back there, Levis. I think I know. Can you remove the receive blah blah and just do print before? Actually, do the following. How do we write to the buffer specifically? I just do a print instead of message. Just comment this line, line 6. Comment and do print mess response. That.
Is this thing still running? Yeah. So, oh, not. Control
I
evolve
need to
buffer.
evolve that. Yes.
Racket client meta p edita new.
So it's still run new. Because I thought it was the mask, you see, that the type was not a string and it was just.
Yeah, I see what you wanted to do there. What is this
Uh,
thing doing? This thing.
which thing? Oh, this is getting the response.
Hmm.
I hope.
I hope.
Yeah, that's how we do it here, apparently.
Yeah.
The message you passed there, by the way, is part of the filter. If you might be wondering,
It's part of the filter.
it's an overload. It's a function overload of the that picks a format and then a rest with values. Uh, yeah.
Okay, so I think we're gonna have to postpone the idea of having Emacs as the client. But I'm gonna commit this anyway. This is cool. And I don't think this is the print stuff, so I'm actually gonna uncomment that. And we can just, yeah, that's cool. Then we can go back to here. Okay, so my plan actually is to make the client and the server in Racket, and then you gonna pass a command line argument to identify with the executable which one you want to run. If you want to be the server or if you want to be the client. I think that's gonna be the easiest way. Because right now I basically commented out all the things that related to like parsing and ASTs,
For
and I
me, I
just
wouldn't even be. Man, I don't know. I wouldn't even write this in Racket, the client, just to use some weird language additionally.
no, we can make whatever clients we may want. I'm just want to
No, I'm
make
just
one in.
saying. I'm just saying it's for to have more variety. That's one. But second is also to try to not get into the vice of using the same library and making fit with the same contracts because it is the same library,
Yeah,
like
I
Racket used to be.
agree that we should try to pursue another weird language. Maybe not Lisp exactly, but I don't know. I have no idea.
C.
Actually, how hard is to do that?
Well, it's easy. You
Uh,
have sockets.
so client
You can do
socket
in
in
JavaScript
C.
with Nathan.
No JavaScript. No. Socket programming in C and C++. I want a full client, my man. Oh, here.
I know how to do it in F sharp already, by the way. So we could do
Okay,
that.
but how fast is that? Is it just as
Oh
fast as you
man,
did in Lisp?
man, it's I think it's faster actually. By
Let's
the
do
way,
it
I
then.
sent the link. Can you click on the link I sent? I think I did it in Clojure, to be honest.
Uh, which link?
Uh,
The one in C sharp?
Express ExpressDB. No, that is a yeah, that works. Just click on it.
We're gonna
So
have
this is a
multiple ones, man. Oh,
yeah.
this
So
is C sharp?
this is C sharp. Yes, this is a man.
Cool.
I don't ask me why I wrote this in C sharp. I was just lazy at the time, and I because the code was like mutable, right? So I just man, I don't want to do. It. And then
No,
I
let's make
just
one
did it.
in F sharp. So I'm gonna make a file here.
Yeah, but I think I have a closure one. Go back to the code.
Closure. But I'm also gonna put frontend
Put FSX.
fsx. Okay, so closure.
Uh, go to the go to the root. GDBC. I was trying to do something with GDBC, but I didn't actually. It was just a Frankenstein. Go to source. I think connector. Yes. So I was implementing an overloading, and you see,
Hmm.
so that should work, independent of what you pass there.
Yeah, but
It don't bother. This doesn't matter.
yeah, but what are you
Yes.
doing, my man?
No, I was trying to implement the library. That's why the refile up there. I was trying to and the proxy. I was trying to implement the interface for java.sql. You see it up there, line 2?
Ah,
But then I didn't, I ended up not actually using it. So I
is
just
this the
used
code?
yeah, so just clone this and run the project with the port changed. It should work.
Hmm. Okay,
I think we need to clone more stuff, not just this.
sure. Clone more stuff. What else?
Well, it's an entire project in Leiningen.
It's an entire project in lining. What?
Leiningen.
Oh, okay. So you're using the project manager lining in. Okay,
Yeah,
I know
which
about
everybody
those.
hates for some reason, and I don't have a strong opinion about it.
Who hates?
Well, for like the what 4 people that I've talked about, except Belani, everybody hates Leiningen for some reason.
I don't have much experience with this. I have more experience with its competitor, Deps.
Yeah, people maps. I know
Deps.
NDN.
Like, no, NDN is Deps, man. Like,
Oh,
it is
okay,
Deps
depth.
dot
Oh,
NDN.
depth. Okay, yes.
So I actually participated in a conversion from converting a Linean project to a Deps one. Not because of whatever, but because we wanted specifically to use a library that would mesh better with our project if our project was using Deps.
Sure, sure.
So
Let me
that
see.
was the reason. No,
That's
no, no,
what they
I'm not
told me.
trolling. I'm not trolling. I actually like that Leiningen
Okay,
provides you
man.
like
Just clone it, man.
descriptions
Just
and stuff
clone
like
it.
that. No, it's because Deps doesn't allow you to, as far as I know, it doesn't have these sort of conventions.
Yes, I know, but just clone it, man. Instead of copying.
Wait, what do we want to clone from here? Don't we just want to clone the client?
That's what I'm saying. Just clone my project and just extract the closure part of it. That's it. It
Oh, there is
should
more
run.
closure? Oh.
No, I'm not using this. But my point is there are dependencies there and all that crap. Unless you're willing
Ah.
to add them, I think it's better to just pick the project and do line run.
Um, I kind of don't want to do that right now because I wanted something like what we did with the Lisp, which is that it is only a one file client. So you can make a collection of them on one file with only one files, you know? I can make the same with Haskell, for instance.
Man, so you prefer to write another one instead of use one that is already done?
It's not that I prefer to use another one. I don't prefer to use another one, and I prefer to make one from scratch. It's just because I don't want to put more than one file. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm not saying you need to. I'm just saying that's just to test to see if it's working. You don't even need to commit this.
I don't think you got my point, but I'm gonna do it.
What's your point then? I
My
didn't get it.
point is that there is a bunch of stuff here, and it works. That's okay, it works. But I thought it would be a one file solution type of
Oh, no,
thing.
it's not.
Yeah, and I wanted something like that because it's just fast.
Oh, I
Uh,
think they're gonna spend more time writing, wanting like anything, than actually doing that.
no, we proved that wrong. You proved it.
Oh, man, I spent like 5 minutes. Okay, I spent 10 minutes writing that, but it's like five to run the project.
um, oh, you mean 5 minutes to run the server?
I mean, we already lost more than that just discussing this, but whatever.
No, no, it's not backend. Okay, click on the
Click on the
flake.
flake. See if there is like lining in there. No, no, that's C stuff. Forget about it. So just
No, but I
spawn a
have
new
line again
shell
in my
with.
computer.
Okay, so just run it then. Line run. I
Uh,
mean, you need to change the port, right?
oh yeah. So driver, source, not
Connector thing. Yeah.
connector. We're gonna use to 127 1, and the port's gonna be 8089 90.
And don't bother with the other two.
Wait, which
And
one are you using? This or this?
wait. Uh, I recall using the first.
You recall
Comment
using the
is out.
first.
Comment the second out.
Oh, again, Emacs
Man,
shortcuts.
what's your problem?
Oh, not that there.
Do the block comment. It's literally type comment.
Everything?
Open a close parentheses on line 41.
41.
Yeah, you can add, yeah, comment, and then you put the code in there. Ta-da!
Yeah, I know about that, but I still prefer having the older way because it changes the color and my mind just like releases or something like that. I don't have to pay attention to this anymore. Okay, so let's don't save that. So you want to run that. So how the heck do you run that? So let me
I
open.
remember just using line run.
So frontend.
Imagine if it doesn't work.
That's gonna be fun. So we want
Go to
run.
driver.
Oh,
Actually,
driver.
go to driver. Yes. GDBC. I don't know why there's this weird structure. Yes, just there. I run.
Boom.
You know how to create a ISAC. Blah blah blah. Do the following. I don't know. Can you go back? I think the code you commented is the one that was calling the thing.
So
So
remove the comment.
yes, I think I'm just using a yes. I think I'm just using a normal, boring Java socket because something was broken there.
Cool.
I think it will blow up. Yes, I think you need to comment the first, right? First part.
All of it?
Well, yes, right, this part. But it's failing on something else apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that's the case. It's failing on line 260 of get
Either way, man.
driver
Just do
connection.
this then. Just cut the Java shit there. It's just a process anyway. Go back. No, go down.
Go down.
Go down. No. Yes, just cut this last part. That's just calling a socket, right? So it doesn't matter.
You mean this?
No, no. I mean, to line 42. 48 to 42.
48 to 42. Oh, okay.
There is your script. Now you can delete everything.
Like that?
No, no, I'm saying this is the part that should work, but I think there's some dependency in this whole monster, this whole project that is failing. So just delete the whole clone and just copy this part, which you already did, I think.
Okay.
So this is your script. You see, you wanted just one file. That's it.
This.
Yes.
Cool. Well, I downloaded the zip anyway, so if you want to have that back, we can.
Yeah, because I think I was trying to do something else. And
Oh,
then
but we need the reader, man.
just import it. Do a require.
Uh,
Just give me a sec.
how does that work in Clojure? I never did that. So require dependency closure closure, yeah, using libs. Yeah, but we're not using namespaces. Okay, so this is how you do it. Oh, you can actually make it even better though, like that. Yeah, that works. That's not what we want. So I need to go to my Gita, blah, blah. We want that. Something like that.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm looking how you do requires in things that are not projects. Because if you are using a project, you're gonna have namespaces and all that stuff.
It's just the require and the thing, apparently, as I
How do you rename it though? Is it still the same
Uh,
thing?
is it, I think it is just S. Yes.
Like that? Are you sure?
I know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
But you
only
can import
used.
it. You can use it qualified as well.
You can use a qualified if you prefer. Oh no, you have to put brackets, I think.
I'm not sure about that. Let's.
Like that.
Oh
Oh
yes, you
yeah.
do.
Oh yeah.
It's require and then a vector.
No, it's not like
Yeah,
that. Okay, so is that it?
I think so.
Okay, so now the question: how do you run? Again, how do you use this as a scripting language instead of using like a
Oh,
project language?
close and then the thing.
Um, oh, it is in trash already. Cool. There, Racket there So closure and then the file.
No, yeah, that's just an alias to close, right? And then a file, I think. Um,
It's doing stuff.
I think it's trying to connect. Is it up and running?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Well, which port I'm using again? This is 8080 8080 8890 and I am using 8890. Yes.
Can you put a print there to see if it's running?
Put the print here, you mean?
Yeah.
So
ln.
hi.
Put the ln, otherwise it's gonna be online.
Hi.
So yes, it is waiting for the response.
Yeah, but the response is the same.
Yeah, but why is it hanging? I don't get it.
I also don't get it. I'm gonna restart the server just because. Maybe I didn't restart it when we changed back to. Okay, now I do have 3 servers. How nice.
We're getting there.
I have 3 servers running my computer.
Oh, because it didn't kill the closure one, I think.
Oh, test.
Oh. So it just took an off. So when you kill the server, oh, I think I know the. Okay, we need something like to flush, you know. So
Wait,
try
is this
running.
because of that?
Oh yes, this is sending the message, and then the server just echoes back, right? So yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But look, now kill the server. Kill. Go back. You see?
What is
So
happening there?
I think the Racket server is blocking. It is not letting the call to finish.
And I don't think I understand what that means because it was working fine with the Racket client here.
No, I mean the closure is probably being expecting it to send some. I don't know actually because it is printing the response.
It is printing the response.
Maybe we need to indicate on the from bracket. We need to indicate that it's finished writing, and then it's like done.
Mm-hmm.
So something like a C flush, you know.
Let's search for that. So what we want is not that. Yeah, that. Okay. So TCP.
Abandon.
What? Abandon port.
No, that's like to drop the entire.
Listener close. Accept ready. Enable break. Connect. And that's it. You want to do a flush. What happens if you remove these 2 lines?
Well, it's gonna be expecting for a response only.
Oh no, but we can do that. We need to have this line, actually. Oops, again, Emacs.
You see line 7, I think something like that because I write and then I flush the output. I don't think Racket does that. That's not a closure problem.
Tá. Yep. So there is something going on. There is something going on.
Search for the right is the generic.
The right is the generic one, yeah. No, but we're not writing anything anymore. Take a look. We are
Well,
just
we're copying.
redirecting the contents of this, whatever it is, to this.
Copy your port. Can you read instead of doing this? Can you read and write?
Sure. So I can do like this. So
That's
write
more realistic.
and then read in out.
and then try to use flush out.
Try to use flush on the closure side.
No, on the Racket side. You
I don't,
wrote,
but I
right?
don't think we have a flush, man.
I think we do.
No, but I just
Why there would
scrolled
be
this
not?
guy.
No, not on this library, man. That right there is just a normal Racket right. It's not a
Oh, I think I understand what you mean.
flush output. That
What?
flush dash output forces all buffer data in the output port to be physically written. Only file string ports, TCP ports, and custom ports use buffers. When called on a port without a buffer, flush output has no effect.
Is this what we want?
Yes, it sounds like.
Okay, so flush port out.
Yes.
Okay, let me kill this in order now. So you go, and then you go, and flush port
Correct.
apparently requires a lib.
Mm,
Is it flush port? Am I crazy? Oh, it's flush output.
output, yes.
Boom.
Okay.
Then let's go here.
Don't forget, yes.
Boom.
But
And
quack, 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 quack.
yeah. So whatever is going on, I don't know what's going on. I genuinely don't know what's going on.
Oh, you
Uh,
can ask on the server. The F sharp one.
oh, let's try the F sharp. I don't have F sharp stuff though.
And I'm
Uh,
still there.
what?
Oh, I am. I am still here. So I think I even have the code here that writes the sockets in F
Can I
sharp.
have how easy it is to use Nix to have all the required things to do F sharp stuff?
Oh, just .NET. That's the only thing you need.
Okay, so that's easy.
That's what you hope it is. It's like this. Let me send you. .NET. Okay. Just add that.
.NET SDK. Cool.
And
Uh,
then you need to. Oh, by the way, install Ionide. It's an extension.
Ionide. Ionide for F sharp.
And then you need to spawn the. Well, put that on the flake, right? And then spawn your VS Code from there.
Wait, are we gonna put in the flake like all the
Yeah,
required
just to
stuff
test.
to have?
No, just to test, man.
No, but I'm
Just so
not.
you
I'm
can
not
do.
saying that's a bad idea. I'm just saying that's a thing. So
Yeah, I mean, that makes no sense to add it there, right? I'm just saying, like,
how do you
just first
do
to test it.
comments?
Hashtag.
Oh, cannot find .NET. Yes. I know. Stop complaining. Hashtag, right? So this
Mm-hmm.
is backend and query language, and then we're gonna have front ends. So one of them is gonna be Emacs. Another one is gonna be closure, and the other one is gonna be. Actually, I'm gonna put in the gist file after to have the recipes to all the to run the Emacs closure versions. And then we also want .NET .NET SDK, right? What else we're gonna support? Yeah, Racket itself. Yeah, for now it's okay. For now it's okay.
So just spawn the environment. and download the 2 gigabytes of dependencies that we now
I
have.
don't think it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to download because I think I didn't do a nix collect garbage. So I believe I'm gonna be okay. That's not what I wanted. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, so it's not that name. Um,
Wait, what? Oh, it's dash SDK. Sorry, it's
yeah.
dash. It's not underscore. It's if you want to specify the version, then it is underscore.
Yeah. But I think we are gonna be okay. Okay, I lied. Apparently, I need to download stuff.
Almost 2 gigabytes.
Apparently, I lied.
Maybe you have pinned versions, and then
No, I don't have pin versions. But it's been a while since. Maybe it got updated on Nix. Oh, it is downloading Emacs as well.
I mean that it's fetching Java right now.
Yeah,
So
it's fetching the JDK. Oh, that's right. To have closure, actually, you actually need to have the Java JDK. So this is not gonna work for closure right now. But I'm not gonna put the Java JDK right now as well.
yeah,
That
man.
is a
Why
that is a big
why is
thing.
it that fat? What the
Yeah. It's downloading Emacs, man.
Actually, I can do a pretty REPL in F sharp pretty quickly. And I'm thinking of active patterns. I think we can use that. That would be very fancy.
If it's not complicated, why not? Okay,
Yeah.
it did it. So do you have the F sharp code to put in the
No,
FSX?
I just know how to write. So just spawn Emacs from there so we have the LSP. Because coding .NET without LSP is impossible.
Okay, so let me open Emacs out of that. Let me close
You
you.
know, no, I'm saying like your stuff because you showed private stuff.
Oh yeah.
Uh, okay, so let me write. What the heck? Socket. Actually, Racket Tower REPL.fsx. I think I'm using Igloo. I am using Igloo, which is much better, by the way.
Yeah, but I discovered that there are some other packages in Emacs that I assume that you are using company, so
Okay, so let's just do the open. Let me just pick the Microsoft reference. I don't know the name of the package. It is. Where is that crap? On system .net .socket. That's it. So with this, we can already define use. Actually, let's do a call handler, I guess. And then here we do handler. So it loops. And then we do use client. So we define a new client. And then we do new. And then it's going to be a socket with an IP and point. Is that a value? Oh, that is a value. So that is another class. So that is an a. That's why it's impossible to code this shit without LSP. And point here. And then we define an IP address. So that's going to be 127.0.0.1. Oh no, that is false. We need to define another class for the IP address. So IP address. That's going to be an IP. Oops. Oh man. IP address. What?
Is that how you do it? Don't you use equals? Oh no, that's the type. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And then you do. Oh man, this is awful. It's pretty cringe, man. I'm looking at the docs here, and it's
Yeah, let me grab the
hers.
docs. The docs to try to
Okay, we
help.
can parse. Okay, that's not a big deal. So we can add an endpoint. So endpoint, if I can type correctly. And then we have IP
Okay, I
endpoint.
found
You
a
can see
post
that
on
on
Reddit.
what?
I found a post on Reddit on how to do it. Just one
Okay.
second.
IP address dot parse.
Oh, but he made a project, not a script.
Welcome.
That was sad.
Zoomer got destroyed by .NET. So endpoint is what's the port? 88, 90, or 91. I don't know.
Yeah, 91, yeah. How the
Great.
heck I'm gonna... Oh, we can make an environment variable that every single language can access, man. Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Okay, so I think we're gonna need to do it as a task. Uh, so let me remove
Yeah, I
this.
can put a hook on the Nix flake. When you enter the Nix develop, I'm gonna spawn an environment variable for the port, and then everybody's gonna read from it.
Let's indent it properly. So this, I'm surprised
Oh,
they
this is
didn't.
much more fancy, man, than what we want.
Well, it is a sync what we're gonna do, so
No, no,
that's
no. I'm talking
necessary. Actually.
about the one that I found on Reddit. It's much more
Okay, so we
fancy.
want to define a client that is connected with a socket. Let me just see. Man, these classes are very confusing.
Okay, I found the gist. If you want.
Okay, address family. No, I'm hardcore.
Hardcore.
Man, I work with this shit. If I can do it, please just kill me. Inter network, because that's local, and then socket type, and then I think it's a string. Yes, there we go. And then we need a protocol type IP. There. So that's what we need. And what is wrong here? What? This is not defined. Did I mistype something? IP endpoint. Um, I think it's not understanding the overload. What if I Mew? Like a Pokemon or something? No, I don't do this.
Maybe just
Okay,
Emacs rolling.
I think this is not even useful. So I think we can do client dot connect async, and then yeah. So for this connect async, I would need the doc buffer. So you can see the type down there. I would need the endpoint. Oh, okay, it's just endpoint. Cringe.
Emacs
Man,
is still complaining.
where's this from? Because like I think they updated the API and then it's just lost in time
It's
forever.
lost in time.
IP wait, .NET IP endpoint. Oh, okay, it's a class from here. That's why. System.net. That's why. And then it is still IP.NET. I hope it's not bogus.
Emacs
No.
is going crazy though.
It happens all the time. Okay, so that. And then what we need to do now is very cringe because we need to basically send the message, serializing it as a garbage, and then we get a result that we don't care. So we can just do client.send, and then here we
No, wait,
send
we
the
do
message.
care. The Racket server is sending you a thing. We do care about that.
Okay, man, my point is we send the message here in bytes, I think. Yes, byte array, you see. So I'll just put the empty array for now. And then we
Ah,
send the
that
size
syntax, man.
0. Oh,
I don't know which one is worse.
and then we send socket flags none. This there. Okay, perfect. So we have the handler. Now we need to do the so serializer. Serializer. Actually, we don't need to do it. Let's just do it. Call. Uh, yeah, call Racket Tower. Whatever. Racket. Racket Tower. Whatever. And then we're gonna send here a message. If I can type. And then we send here with system dot text dot encoding dot utf
Yeah,
ut
knowing all that stuff, it's professional. It sounds professional.
sounds professional. Just sounds. Uh,
Yeah, look at all those dots, man. You know how to
so
travel all between those.
I think it was get bytes. Get oh yes, there it is. Get bytes. It's just repetition, man. I just did it painfully and a painful amount of times. So and then we just send a string. So get bytes and then we put the message. Okay, what is wrong here? Serialize. Ah, what the heck? Wait, what is wrong here? When you overload, the one cannot be written to the point. What? Maybe you meant a string, but that is a string. What you're talking about? Am I insane? Or man, this is a string. What the heck?
When the color of the message on line 5 up, is that meaning that you're not using it?
Wait. I think I am using the wrong thing. Yes, this bullshit. But this speaks what? Oh yes, there's a bunch of overloads for this crap. You see?
Hmm.
Well, man, I am pretty sure I can use this encoding dot and then
There's an
UTF-8.
encoder there as well.
Man, there's everything. There's everything.
There's everything.
I'm not getting it. But dude, it's typed. Look, message, message. Why is it going bananas? And why is it breaking here?
I think that maybe it's just Emacs being slow
This
because
construct.
it's a lot
Let
of stuff
me
for
remove
LSP,
this.
man.
Oh yes, that is true. Use bindings are not permitted in modules, and there's man, this is really crazy. Okay, I saved and it. Okay, I just need to save. Thank you. Okay, just being dumb. That's the problem. Okay, so we can send here now serialized because the type of
I'm gonna make a
serialized. I
convention
hope.
that all the clients should
By the
send
way,
bytes, man. So then I'm gonna make the server always expect bytes.
so that it should work, and then we send this crap, and then we can try to read it back. If you see here, returns the number of bytes sent to the thing, which is kind of useless. And then we do client. We can do shutdown, but and then close. But I think we need to read it back, right? So
Yeah, the server is gonna send you another thing.
yeah, to read it back, let me see here. It's receive async. So async, and then we pass that horrendous thing. So oh, there is a send async. So let's just do call, and then we do the return later. So let's just put like this.
Don't forget
Kill
to
me,
save.
please. Kill me, please. So, man, what the heck? Task. And I need to save indeed. So what's the deal here? No overloads for method send async. What do you mean, brother?
What do you mean?
Are known types of arguments. Okay, what are the arguments for you? Oh man, oh screw it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do it synchronously. And you're gonna love it, Lemos.
Sure.
Okay, this. If we want, we can even put the
Just
bytes
print the
sent,
response. I think it's good. That's enough.
bytes sent. And then after this monstrosity, we converted this to a await task and then a sync dot run synchronously because I have no patience waiting stuff. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so call Racket Power. I love pizza. Everybody loves pizza.
My mom
And
doesn't.
of course, I don't have it. So let's write this second for now. So, oh, you can test this.
Sure.
Paste it here.
It sent also the command to run it in the terminal.
Also, the command to write into the terminal.
To run in the terminal, like .NET dash dash whatever.
Oh, you can just run .NET. Do this. In the end of the script on line 15,
Sure.
can you do enter and then do call Racket Tower and pass I love pizza, whatever,
Ooh,
and then
ooh.
print and then pipe this to a print
Hi from F sharp.
and then
Uh,
pipe
pipe
to
print
print fn
fn.
lowercase f, and then mask no
Wait, I
open
forgot how to do
close
mask.
string, and then like capital A with yes capital A. And then just save and do on the REPL, no, on the terminal, just do .NET FSI, the name of this file. Ctrl D. Yeah.
So front end and then .NET
FSI,
FSI
and then file.
front end FSX. Boom.
Yeah, you are not inside the REPL.
That's a little weird. But I'm very glad it didn't work because I forgot. And we need to run the server first. Yeah, do that. Just run that. And then here, do that. Do front end and then .NET FSI front end F boom.
11. So, okay,
What does that mean?
that is the amount of bytes you sent, right? How many did you send? 1, 2, 3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
6,
6, 7,
7, 8,
8,
9.
9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
That's right. So, okay. Now, what we need to do next
Wait,
is
wait, wait,
find
wait,
the.
wait, wait, wait. I have a question.
Okay.
So he actually connected to this guy, but he didn't do
And
anything with
sent.
the response.
No, yes, we need to now do the response.
Sure.
I'm just, you already have it. So, listen, Racket Tower. So now we need to do task because we gotta do that bullshit. So let's see. We need to define the client again. I mean, I didn't want to copy this again, but well, whatever. I just did. So
In
connect,
Magetta style, in the most genuine Magetta style. I'm just gonna copy paste this.
and then we're gonna do client dot receive. There is no, yes, there is a non sync version, and then we just pass a buffer. Now the question is, this shit is from .NET, so it's mutable. I can't really pass anything. I need to. If I do like let buffer here and do it as a byte buffer, say bytes. Man, byte system dot byte.
Another question that I have. Can't we do all of this process of like sending and then receiving all in the same task? Can't we do that?
Can we do all of this thing of sending and receiving all? We can, yes.
Okay,
So I didn't need to copy. I just want to separate them both.
sure,
Uh, but we can. Uh,
no
man,
problem.
this always gets me because here's the thing. This is actually this function here. Can you see the byte array?
Yeah,
That receives a byte array.
yeah,
And
it probably
then,
mutates the byte array putting the content that
yeah,
it
but the
received.
point is, in F sharp, you can't mutate, right? So, I mean, it can if I say mutable, right? But the point is, it will still not mutate this. It will do a copy. So, I don't know what you put in here because in the F sharp, in the C sharp version from Microsoft that I'm looking here, the response on the example that they use for the receive, they use this, which I can't do. You see, I mean, I can instantiate a thing like this, like 4x
Can't you just put an
in
empty array, an empty buffer?
0. I mean, I can try, but I don't know if we're gonna succeed. So let's put 10. Okay, so it's gonna be positions, and then we do.
Oh, okay. Maybe it needs to like to allocate all that stuff.
Yes, so it's a byte array, and then that should be fine. And then we pass the buffer here. So that type checks, but I'm not sure if it will mutate this crap. I don't think it will. So ideally, you should have the buffer back. You can have it, right? But let's try to make it mutable. And then we bind to get the crappy value back. Actually, received bytes. Something like this. And
Convert
then,
that to a string and then return.
oh yeah, let's call it the system dot text dot encoding dot utf8 dot get string, and then we pass the buffer. Okay,
That's
and
cool.
then actually let's send also bytes. So try this, see if it works.
Sure.
Oh yeah, an array is positionally mutable. Natan is right.
Yeah, but then you have to allocate the positions anyway, right?
Yes, but then you will have to allocate.
That sucks, man. So if I put this and I have this code here.
Same thing. Oh, by the way, just add the async await and the run synchronization. Line 14, 15.
Sure.
Oh, you're gonna put both on the same. Man, I did that because it was test, and now you're gonna do the other.
No, you did that because you wanted to be less confused. But I want this to be
No,
more.
I did that because it was easier to test.
Oh, easy to test?
Yeah,
No,
because you
we
just
only live
run
once, man.
one phone. Yeah, but man,
You only live once. I think that's it, right?
yeah.
So we're gonna. Can I just do this, or is this not a thing? I don't remember anymore.
It will implicitly ignore,
Okay, cool.
but that's a warning. Just pipe it to ignore.
Cool. Okay, so we're gonna send something. We're gonna prepare something to receive. We're gonna receive it, and then we're gonna send it back as a string. Yeah. So what is it called in F sharp? I already forgot. Is it first like this?
What? Well, FST.
FST? Okay, so only
Oh, but
enclosures
you don't need
first.
to. You can print both, right?
No,
Just
we can
print
print
both.
both, but I just want to see if it's gonna work as I imagine. This is still running. Okay, cool. Go. Hi.
So he chopped,
It
but
chopped. What am I sending? I'm sending exactly the same. So
which is weird because you don't have control over the. I reading everything at once. Weird.
Yeah, it definitely chopped. It read only the first two things. Hmm.
It has enough. Oh man, dude. Oh wait, each byte. Uh, each is one. No, it's an ASCII, right? So each one.
Yeah, this should be
Oh
11,
yeah.
but it's we are only getting two. Let's actually remove the FST now.
True. So we
Two.
are actually just receiving true.
Yeah. So.
By the way, remove the mutable on line 12.
Hmm.
That's
What are we
weird.
missing, boys? We're only receiving 2 bytes.
Yes, which is strange. It's like it's trying to read when Rack still trying to read. You see what I mean? Can you read it again? Like read twice?
What do you mean read twice?
Because my guess is that it's writing, and then immediately as it starts to write, F sharp goes and reads.
Ah.
So can you do easier? Do a on this line. Do a why am I talking if I can edit? Oh, I'm not there.
No.
Do
But
a
you're gonna
sync.
be there. You're gonna be there. I think
Do
it's
a no,
actually
no.
better.
Okay.
Here is the link. Copy again. Oops. Here.
Where is it? Join. Join the fun.
Oh, we are playing with sockets today. We did in Clojure, we did in Lisp, we did in F sharp.
We're browsing the world. So here, you send. Let's do a task dot. There is it not completing? I don't think it is task sleep. It is delay. Delay. Task delay. I think it's milliseconds. So put 1,000.
Sure.
Try.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Do bang. Go. What?
Same thing.
Uh,
Task is undefined. Task with capital T apparently.
open system. Open system dot threading dot task. Try.
The namespace task is not defined. Maybe you want one of the following
Yeah,
tasks.
that I mistyped.
Same thing.
What?
Did you save?
No.
No.
I. Oh, it is running now. Okay.
Okay, so but is it still doing
Still running.
high and number two?
What the hell? That was too fast though. Is 1 millis is that is in milliseconds. Put
Okay, let's
like
add
five.
another zero here.
Well, that would be 10, right? But
That's fine. We have the 10 seconds.
oh, it is running.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is definitely in milliseconds.
Okay, so that is right.
Okay, so it's basically awaiting an eternity, and it didn't do anything different.
Can you? We have the read, the receive async, and the send async.
Let's actually try to make them separately instead of in one single task now.
No, I mean I don't think that's the issue because there's a delay there, so I don't think that's the problem. So I think it is because I'm using the client. Can you print on Racket what we receive?
Sure, I can. Um,
Just do a display there. Does it show?
yeah, but that's the thing. Once you read it, you are done. You
Oh, you
need to
need
do a
to
let.
bind, right? You need to bind.
Actually, I'm gonna do just smarter. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna uncomment that, and then in this let here, content, and then I'm gonna do read in. So then we have that, and then we can remove. Oh, I'm not gonna remove, I'm gonna just do that, and then I'm gonna do display content, and then that's it. Actually, that's pretty much it. So let's kill the server. Please don't make a
Um,
fourth
it's
server.
so painful to see this grammar being built.
Yeah, it's
I think
painful.
I know why it's running this because it's generating the production, right? It's actually
Yeah, I think
generating
so.
code.
Okay, now it's hanging forever.
Oh well, you put 10 seconds there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, but it's not showing anything on the server side. Oh, now it worked.
What the heck?
It's double quoted even.
It's double quoted. Huh.
It's double quoted. Let me try another thing. So instead of doing that, we tested display before, and I'm gonna ask the has Racket guys why this is a problem. Uh, but let's actually try to put the content inside a thing. So we're gonna save it into a file. We're gonna close that, and I'm gonna send you the other stuff. So let's assume that's a thing. And now it printed hi.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Which is what we're sending, right?
Oh, so we are sending it wrong then. That was why we weren't able to
Yeah,
do.
so we're receiving correctly. We just sent. Oh, wait, how?
How?
But we tested we were writing correctly, right?
No, we didn't. Wait. I think we did.
Yes, we tested like the
No,
11
no, we
bytes,
only
right? Yeah,
tested the 11. Yeah.
yeah, which was right, right?
Yeah, no, but that was right. But apparently the listening process is the problem. Let's try this now. Boom. 10 seconds.
No, I changed to 1. Well, unless you didn't save.
Yeah, it's possible it didn't save.
No,
And
we
anytime,
didn't.
anytime, bud, anytime. I'm starting to get skeptical. Oh, it
Feels
broke.
like a, oh, all
It
right.
is also a symbol.
Man, what the heck?
It is also a
So
symbol.
you see, it was an Emacs.
Symbol string.
Why the heck
Okay,
this is
so
a symbol?
apparently when Racket receives this stuff, um, when it receives this stuff, it receives as a symbol if it's outside of Racket. Okay, and let me see if I saved the. Okay, back to 1 second. That's great. Boom. That's way
Check
more.
if it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, I saved you your amazing thing.
Oh,
Okay, but
it
what?
didn't do all the way though. Oh, but that's because of our buffer.
Oh, oh yeah, our buffer is small, but
Our buff-
actually no, it's 20.
yeah, but I think I sent way more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Oh yeah,
15,
this one.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
I saved
fine.
your amazing is
But
20.
we are still printing. Can you go to the Racket uh, code running?
Backlog. Hi.
So it is chopping the input.
Yeah, apparently we are sending
Oh,
only
could it
two
be
things.
because it's a symbol and we have a space?
Oh,
Oh man. Oh, okay, let's change like this. Let's make it more interactive. Okay, so
if it's
oh, that's
converted into a
cursed.
symbol, that explains everything about this whole we only having the high thing.
A whole sadness. You mean?
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask the guys why this is the case.
Yeah. So okay. So system dot console dot read line. So try that.
Okay. So yeah. Okay, so there. So I think I need to type stuff, right?
Yeah,
This is
I
stuff.
should have typed a message there, right? That's kind of dumb.
Okay, I saved your amazing.
Yeah, but
The
see what it
backlog
printed.
is this, and that's
Okay,
it.
now try typing A B C D E F G. Just that.
I don't know
Okay, go,
anymore.
go. Okay. Did it break on the other side?
It's possible? No?
Why is it delaying that much though?
No idea. Yeah, this is still
Hmm.
hanging forever. How is my CPU
So,
doing?
so the second, it's probably not destroying it.
Okay, no, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay,
Okay,
but
cue the F sharp again and try. Okay, wait a sec. Okay, try it again. Wait. Okay, now go. And then just press enter. Okay, 1 second has passed.
definitely
So
1 second
check
has
the
passed.
backlog.
Oh
I
yeah,
can So it wrote. So the problem, I know the problem. It's because since it's trying to parse as a symbol, it's not understanding the spaces in the symbol.
I have a potential solution. What about instead of allowing, like, assuming that strings would work, let's just serialize everything to bytes, and
Which
then
is the
the
most
server,
natural thing to work, by the way.
and then the server will assume that everything that is written is also bytes, and then I'm gonna just convert bytes to strings, which is very easy to do in Racket. So let's do the following. Type in the
Wait, I don't get it. We
frontend.fsx.
are no wait. I don't get it. We are already sending bytes.
No, we are not sending bytes. We are
We are.
no, we are utilizing the capability of sending a string to this function here,
No, yeah, which generates bytes,
which
and then we
generate
send
bytes.
bytes.
But Racket is not reading those as bytes, right?
Yes, which is the problem. So why does it read in the most unnatural way, which is reading the bytes as a symbol?
I have no idea.
I mean that it might be the case that we are misusing the function. I think it is.
Yeah.
Because the function might be used for something else, and there might be a read dash string. Can you try
Oh,
read
can
dash
I change
string?
the mode maybe?
Oh, open file. I don't know actually.
Yeah,
We
because
gotta see
let
on
me
the
explain. So
what's
these
on the byte.
in and out ports, these are the ones provided by the TCP accept. So theoretically speaking, I can't use this function here because this function open a new one. And then when you're using this function, you have the optional flags that you can pass to change the mode of the reading. I use this to I use this to read the table, read this both the to read the scheme of the table, right? To read the definition of the entity. So maybe there's a way that we can add the flag like later on.
Man, share read this.
Where?
Look how weird that is.
Where?
I sent the link here.
You sent the link.
Just open this and go scroll all the way down to the last example.
Scroll all the way down.
So can you zoom?
Yes.
So look at that. Look at the last one. Display, and then it passes a, you see,
Yeah.
a list of symbols, and then it just of strings and a symbol, and then it just translates everything into a symbol. A list with two things that are symbols, independent if it has quotes or not.
Wait.
But then on the second case, yeah, like look on the first reading. You see, it's hello. It's a string. Like
Yeah.
write hello, read in. So it's funny because when we call from some other language, that happens. So
No, that
Yeah,
this
that's
never happened,
weird.
right? This is the case that didn't work with C
No,
Lisp
no,
and
no.
didn't work
What
with
if,
F
yeah,
sharp.
yeah, yeah. So I think if we, that's why it worked with Racket. That's what I mean.
Oh
Because
yeah.
when we wrote with Racket, it worked, right?
Yes.
So the problem is when we are writing from eLisp, from F sharp, Clojure, whatever, it's parsing as that. So there's something weird on how this function behaves from outside strings. So
That makes
yeah, that
sense. That makes sense. But let's see if we can make the if we can reconfigure the input port. Because if we can, we are done. We are like it's gonna work. It's somewhat the one that we want. I think this is the one that we want. Input port.
just checking if it is that type.
Yeah, we want to be able to change the thing. File stream mode, buffer mode, file position, more, file truncate. Okay, then that's not it. No, no. Custom ports, structures as ports. Let's go to this one first. Open input bytes. Yeah, but that's not what I want. I want to change. Maybe we can't change after its
Wait, wait,
creation.
wait, 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 wait. Go up, go up, go up. I saw a function there. Read dash something. Go up. I think it's on the other.
Read line.
Read line. No, that's not. I thought. Can you try seeing if there is a read dash
Oh wait!
string?
Look! Look! Look at this! That means that even Racket, if you have an input to a string and you read, that gives you a symbol.
That's. Then I don't know what to think of that.
That's weird.
That's weird as well. I would expect like to like I know you can do this right on normal Lisp that you can put as a eval or something like in turn, and then you would get that as a symbol. But it's weird because on that example, it's actually parsing everything, right? On our case, it's ignoring
Yeah, it's
after the
ignoring
space.
the when it starts to have spaces,
Could it
which
be
again,
because it's mistaking the space with oh, never mind. The space is not null, right? So the null terminator is null
more
on ASCII.
ports. Yeah, but what if I already have the port and I want to change its mode or anything like that? Can I do that? In C you can do that. Yeah, you have a lot of custom
Linus, I
behavior.
need to leave you.
That's not a problem.
It's a solution, right?
Wait, final attempt before you go. Uh, let's do read string. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do like this. I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay, did something. Boom. Did it blow up? Oh, I need to type.
Yeah. Okay. Now check there on the other side.
Ooh.
Exact non-negative integer.
Okay, so this I don't understand what it means, but this is definitely a conflict between. Okay, so you can't use any reads, like force it to be any sort of like type. It
Mm-hmm.
needs to be generic, and then the TCP, whatever it's going on here, it's gonna do the stuff. Yeah, this is gonna require further investigation, but this was fun. We did a lot of languages today: Clojure, Emacs Lisp, F Sharp, and Racket. Playing with sockets. That's gonna be the name. Playing with sockets. Good night, Mageta. Thank you.
All right. So see you.
See ya.
Good night.